Welcome to today's video. Today is a very brief overview of what I've eaten, and I'll just kind of show you guys as I'm talking and sharing my story, and then I will be showing you a meal I tried in the slow cooker for dinner, and I really was quite surprised and enjoyed it, so I wanted to share it with you. So I have been cooking on a budget for many years now. My partner and I actually went quite a long time of cooking, of having a grocery bill that was $25 a week. And this is in Australian dollars, so $25 doesn't go very far in Australia. We also had many no spend challenges. We were doing them about once a month. And doing this, we paid off all of our debt within a year, and then we spent 2 years saving for a deposit for our house, for our land. We purchased that land, and now we are doing the same thing to save so we can build our house in cash. So I really want to bring you guys along in this journey with us, teach you everything I've learned over all of these years. I have always had an interest in food. I did study nutrition, and I loved food. I just didn't necessarily know exactly who I wanted to help. This pot was so hot. We recently moved into this place. We are renting while we save for our house, and yeah, I'm not used to this oven, and I did it as high as possible because that's what the recipe said, and it's pretty hot, and I actually burnt my chopping board here. But anyway, I love nutrition. I love food. I've always wanted to teach people about food. I just didn't know exactly who I wanted to help. And it wasn't until my partner and I figured out what our financial goals were a few years ago and looked at our finance situation, and we realized we needed to make drastic changes to achieve the goals that we wanted. And now I know who I want to help. I want to help others do exactly the same thing. So I am going to bring you guys along and teach you how to cook with $5 for your meals, $25 for the week, $50 for the week, no spend challenges, and teach you how to actually do that so that you don't need meal plans to follow. You just can learn how to do it. I will also share meal plans because I know that that's nice to have, but I really want to teach you the techniques. So tonight I'm making a vegetable dumpling stew. So the sauce I'm making here, I was not too sure about this sauce. I didn't really have all the ingredients for any one recipe, and I hadn't made a stew with dumplings in it in the slow cooker before, so I wasn't sure how it was going to work out. So I looked at many recipes and kind of just like did my own thing based off those recipes and just used what I had. As I was making this liquidy stew sauce thing, I was like, I'm not too sure about this one. It has balsamic vinegar, soy sauce, vegetable stock. It was meant to have beef stock, but I don't have beef stock. Salt, pepper, and then I added paprika because it didn't have a deep enough flavor for me, and I love paprika, so I added that in. And then I just added in whatever veggies I had, which is really the key to learning how to cook on a budget. Severe budget. Don't go out and just buy whatever's in a recipe because it says it needs to be in a recipe. Use what you've got. Get what's cheap. You don't have to follow a meal. Use it as a guide, use it as inspiration, and use every part of your veggies. So I always use my stems in silver beet, whether it's in that meal or later. I will freeze them, put them in stir fries, stews, stock, soups. It's great. And then I'm going to keep the greens for later on. But I was very pleasantly surprised by this meal. Even my partner got home and he was like, that's interesting. What does that smell? And I was like, yep, we shall see. And we were pleasantly surprised. We actually really enjoyed this. So always add your greens later. You don't want to cook the bejeebers out of your silver beet and your greens. You want to keep that nutrition in there. So add it in near the end. And now I'm making a dumplings basically with my sourdough discard. So you'll see me add in my sourdough discard later. I love cooking sourdough. My breads are not that good, to be honest. I have a lot of improvement to go there. So there will be no bread recipe inspiration for you guys. But I'm trying. The discard recipes are actually where I thrive better. And I'm not wasting anything. So I've been coming up with things and trying to learn new things to make that can use up that discard. So that's how I discovered dumplings. I'd never really cooked with them before I had discard. And the thing I love about dumplings is you can change up the flavors. So tonight they are parsley, so herby. Other times I've done parmesan ones with herbs as well, and they were quite nice. And yeah, they're really yummy. A great way to add something a bit more filling and carby without it just being pasta. Yeah, we really enjoyed it. So we weren't too sure about this, but when you see me open the lid later, you will see that it's thickened up and it's quite nice. My partner and I were playing Catan with my brother and sister-in-law online, and the whole time we were talking to them, we just were like, wow, we were very surprised by this recipe, and we went and ate more, and unfortunately that meant I have no leftovers for today for lunch. But yeah, it was really good. So I cannot wait to have more content for you guys and figure out exactly what videos I want to film and how I want to film them. But I know that I want to share recipes. I want to share techniques. I actually want to walk you guys through on how to do no spend weeks and share meal plans, recipe books. So if you have particular things that you want to learn, stuff that you struggle with, inspiration you would like, leave a comment down below. Send me a message, email me. I'd love to hear from you. And yeah, enjoy. And please don't forget to subscribe and like this video.